Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Escape the Curse of the Temple. In Escape the Curse of the Temple, we are these little explorers trying to find our way out of this temple. We are working cooperatively, which means either we all win by all of us getting out, or we all lose. Even if only one person is left in the temple at the end of the game, we would all lose. The way we do that is with these 5 dice that everyone has. We'll have 10 minutes to get out of the temple. The way we move through the temple and discover new rooms is by rolling combinations on these dice. The combinations are in these bottom corners. So in order to move from this room into this room, we would need to roll that combination. Once that combination is rolled, I can move to that room. In order to open up a new room, I need to roll that combination. When I reveal the new room, you'll notice one of the doors has these stone stairs. That's the side that is facing the door you're coming through. No decisions to make, just know that that's where it needs to be placed. Once that room is open, I would then need to roll that combination, torch and man, to move into the next room. As we're moving through the rooms, you'll notice these little circles with pictures of these green gems. These are the cursed gems. They are in our bags. These are collective gems that we have taken. They are the cursed gems. We need to return them to the temple in order to find our way out. So when I'm in here, I need to roll 4 keys in order to release 1 gem onto the board. If I'm over in this room, notice there are 3 possible gems over there. If you can roll 4 keys, just like in the other room, that will release 1 gem. If you can roll 7 keys, that will give you 2 gems. If you can roll 10 keys, that will release 3 gems. Notice you only have 5 dice to play with, which means if you want to release more than just the 1 gem, you will need help. So you will need multiple survivors. All of the meeples in that room will add together the blue keys that they can roll to come up with 4, 7 or 10 keys to knock out 1, 2 or 3 gems. You can only choose one of those circles in each room. You can't do a combination of all. Now notice as I put gems onto those tokens, the number of gems on this board is diminishing. You will continue to move through the temple, discovering new rooms until you discover the escape room. This is somewhere in the last 5 cards in this deck. Once you discover this escape room, you'll need to get into it, rolling the mandatory green man and red torch. And then you need to roll the number of gems that are left on this card plus 1. So at the moment there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 gems on that card. You would need to roll 8 blue keys to escape from the temple, which is impossible since we only have 5 dice. So you would need to continue discovering rooms and releasing gems in order to be able to get down there. You're not going to be able to escape until you can get that down to 4, but the more you can get off here, the easier it is going to be for each person to escape. Once you have escaped, you've rolled the required number of keys, you can give 1 of your dice to 1 other player. Once they escape, they can give 1 die to 1 other player. If the black player escapes before the blue player, they can give the blue player a die as well, so the blue player will be playing with 7 dice. There are 2 other things that we need to be aware of while we're playing. On the soundtrack, there are 3 gongs. The first 2 indicate that we need to get back to our starting room before the sound of the door slamming shut happens. In order to do that, you just need to roll to move through each of the rooms, as with every other movement through a room, to get back in there. If you don't make it back in the room by the time that door slams shut, you will need to give up 1 of your dice for the rest of the game. Then we can continue on. That will happen twice through the game. On the third bell, that is telling you we're coming to close to the end of our 10 minutes to escape the temple. Everyone must escape through the escape room before the end of the soundtrack at the end of that 10 minutes. Let's have a look at the dice a little bit more. We've talked about the green man, the blue key, and the red torch. There are also black faces on here. These are cursed sides. Whenever you roll one of these sides, so say that is my roll, I cannot roll that die again. I need to continue on with these 4 until I roll a gold face. When I roll a gold face, that will release, say that's what my dice look like, that gold face will release these 2 cursed faces, so I can now roll them again. You are able to give gold faces to other players who are in the same room. So if the black player is sitting on a couple of black faces and can't get rid of them, I've rolled a gold face, he can now re-roll his dice again. However, I can't do that for the blue player as it is currently set up. If everyone has a lot of black faces, we have 2 get out jail frees down here. So everyone would need to agree to do it, but if everyone's stuck on black faces, what you can do is take one of these gems back onto the card, which will increase the number of gems we need to release to be able to escape from the temple, but will also release all of the dice back into play. You can do that twice through the game. So use it very sparingly. Everyone must agree to do it because it makes it harder to get out. The other rule that's worth noting is that once you've rolled the dice, you don't need to pick them all up and roll them again. If I've rolled that, I might want to hang on to that gold face in case I roll some black faces in the future. So I can continue with the 4, hanging on to that until I need it. Or if I know I need a man to get into the next room, I can leave the man aside. You can leave as many aside as you like until they're used, but it means that you're rolling with less dice each time. So that's Escape from the Curse of the Temple. I've managed to get through all of the rules within my allotted time. There's a lot to think about, but be honest with your dice rolls because that's where the fun of the game is and the tension in the game is. If you have any comments, please comment below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplained, please email me at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at thegamesplainer. And until next time, enjoy gaming.